King's Field 4 is an RPG from the depths of the PlayStation 2's massive library. It carried the formula from the PlayStation 1's Verdite trilogy and Shadow Tower to the next generation. The result? A cult classic that sticks with you long after you've put the controller down. Players either embraced the adventure or decided the game disc must be returned. Now, assuming this is news to you, here's some good to know stuff before getting into it. Back in 2001, graphics were really starting to kick names and take keister. With the PS2 hardware's edge, you'll fight through diverse areas, enemies, and even earn a gorgeous armor collection. The spells deserve a mention too, even if they don't have that 90s echo nor pixel look anymore. Aside from the looks, the music is the best out of any first-person From Software dungeon crawler. Every second takes you out of your feelings and drops you into the games. You're going to brood, be induced with head swaying, and learn the Skele-Step! By this time, your character, a prince, has probably done a lot of walking. According to the manual, yes, this again, you were given an idol to take back to a super dungeon known as the Ancient City. A neighboring kingdom is going through a civil war after its king previously got a hold of it, and to make matters personal, your homeboy led a platoon in a said place that never came back, including him. You got strong legs, so now it's time to put them to work. It's a good thing every weapon and spell comes with its own range and attributes too. They all have something special going for them, so play favorites and know when to change tactics. Every fight is a test of mastery of your arsenal that respective gauges allow. Like Shadow Tower, you learn how an enemy's mobility can be bested as long as you look for their openings and commit to your movement. It is a bit of a learning curve navigating through the world, but it's well worth figuring out. The D-pad uses tank controls while the trigger and shoulder buttons are used for strafing and looking. Trust me, you might not want anything different. Once you get comfortable, you learn from the first area alone about what most of the game will throw at you. Never forget that if it can burn, immolate it. And if it's on a ledge, use wind. This is where the adventure shines more than the combat as opposed to the earlier releases' 50-50 approach. The player will come across puzzles that require thinking outside the box while others bring back earlier solutions. Equipping the right gear, oh! Using explosive barrels, no! Exploring underwater, what? Yields treasure, level progress, and sometimes shortcuts. There's a lot of selling you can sorta safely do now that there's finally a buyback feature. This may mean grinding for gold, but that'll only level your equipment up anyways, better than paying a dwarf to bench a stat up every 10 minutes. This feature, a step up from the X Selector in King's Field 3, skyrockets your attack power for any weapon you commit to, as well as magic if you keep using it. In fact, we're talking about old and new mechanics making a perfect balance. King's Field 1's sword magic is still around and more involved. King's Field 2's fast travel makes a return. King's Field 3's journaling is back. Yes, I was wrong about that being a one-off feature. Oh yeah, and Kung Fu is here in this game, just like Dark Souls 2, the best Dark Souls ever! The game, the manual, and your own eyes recognize that the city is complex, which you see for the first time after around 5 hours, or less if you have a better go at it than yours truly did. It might look like non-stop, gloomy-looking structures, believe me, there are a lot, but you start to see some very different places surrounding the city when it's least expected. You'll get lost, find your way, and do it all over again with different challenges, stories, and monsters, making every area feel unique outside of what the music already does. The sluggish movement speed forces you to take it all in, an optional game mechanic in today's games. Seriously, try walking in a soulsborne and you'll absorb the atmosphere. The experience is designed around your lesser agility, feeding into the bleak yet beautiful world in its own masterful way. The shortcuts you open make you feel like you're there, in addition to the NPCs revealing more information the more you dungeon crawl. Compared to earlier releases, the focus is definitely on exploration. The smaller amount of event button secret walls encourages focus on the environmental secrets, like the breakable walls and objects. The architecture itself feels like what the PlayStation 1 games were going for at times, mesmerizing, and scaled enough to make some feel-good moments. On top of all this, the puzzles you'll come across will suck you into the experience, like a collection of binge-worthy television shows. King's Field 4 is the most niche of an already niche series of dungeon crawlers made to appease console users. If you weren't tech savvy, but you wanted to kick back and escape into a different world, this was the right game on one of the right machines back in the early 2000s, and it still holds up today. Final score, A-class! It wasn't afraid to be different and deserves the respect it has for folk with an itch for purpose in the virtual world. Thank you for the internet love, as Special Grade Gaming loves you for it. We'll see you soon.